change to our advertised programme, just like watching Brazil celebrates Barnsley's promotion to the Premier League.
Will play in the Premier League next season. And have you ever seen such joyous scenes? Fabulous moments here, and despite the appeal for the fans to stay off the pitch, some have broken through the cordon. Bradford trudge away beaten, but the Barnsley players are left to milk the glory.
Best feeling in the world, tremendous, we can't believe it. We deserved it all year. Fantastic achievement. I mean, the supporters here are fantastic, and it gives everyone a lift, not just us, the town and all the area. Fantastic achievement. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at them now. For the first time in the history, and I think they're going to enjoy it tonight. I've never seen that at Barnsley before, and it's just phenomenal, it is.
When Barnsley began their First Division campaign at West Bromwich Albion on August the 17th last year, few fans could have expected what was to unfold over the next 9 months. But there was an air of confidence amongst the players and the staff.
Everybody had wrote us off. In fact, I think we were quite, odds-on favourites to be relegated at that point. You know, they looked at us as a smaller club in a tough division. But the lads knew from the feeling that we had through pre-season training, we got good results in pre-season, and sometimes it didn't always work that way, but we just had a gut feeling that we had a great chance. And like I say, the way we set about things against West Brom, we knew we had a great chance. We had a great start, really, and everything just snowballed. Just went on, from one game to the next. The lads grew in confidence, and we're just looking forward to every game at that point.
The first result and the way we played at West Brom, I mean that, and then consequently the 4 results after that as well. It set us up, and we felt, well, hold on, we might just have a chance this year. If we can keep this squad together and keep them playing as well as they started the season, we will have a good chance, and unfortunately it's paid off.
Throughout the season, Barnsley never dropped below 4th in the table, yet when they did drop points, the critics were only too quick to jump in.
Make no mistake about it, and for the last couple of years while I've been here, you still have the remarks like, oh, you don't want to go up, you know, don't want to go up, you can't afford to go up and all this stuff. I mean, and it's a big slant on myself and the players because we're very, very ambitious at the club.
But it was ever thus. 15 years ago, before the Premiership, when the First Division was the elite, John Helme posed the question to Danny Blanchflower, one of Barnsley's most illustrious former players. With him was Sid Skinner Normanton, the granite defender immortalised by the club's most famous fan, Michael Parkinson.
We were second when I was here. We were second in the league for a while, and then used to say wait until November came. And when November came, we lost about 5 matches or 6 matches, and that we're out of it.
But not this time.
It does reach Hendry. It shouldn't have done, really. Hendry can attack from here. Hits the shot. Goal number 3. Bracker, John Hendry.
Crucial to Barnsley's season were the 2 meetings with the side that was to eventually run away with the First Division title, Bolton Wanderers. The relaxed atmosphere in the Burnden Park dressing room belied the tension of the occasion.
The plate into the path of Marcel. He tries to confuse the defender, and this is Clint Marcel, and he's got the ball in here. Lovely move. Can Wilkinson finish it? He goes down. There's the shot, and it could well be a winner from Redfern.
But both games were to end in 2-2 draws.
I mean, the Bolton game, we felt we should have won it. I thought we played really well on the day. But what gave us the confidence was that they were out-and-out favourites to go straight up, and we'd matched them and should have beaten them, really. I mean, it was a late goal that we gave away. But I thought the way we played and the way we handled the situation, you know, again, put us in good stead again. You know, give us a lot of confidence to carry on the rest of the season with.
Obviously, they were fantastic games. You know, to be fair with Bolton, they have run away with the league. You know, they've been the outstanding side in the division. But we took them to task. You know, and we're prepared to battle all the way with them. And at the end of the day, those 2 games, you know, gave us the strength and the character for the rest of the season.
Eden looks up and sees the run made in the area by Hendry. He'll turn. If he gets the shot in, he'll score. John Hendry for Barnsley. That is so typical of the man.
Local rival Sheffield United were beaten at Bramall Lane and at Oakwell.
Barnsley fans are jubilant, and John Hendry again proves what a wonderful acquisition he's turning out to be.
I knew we could play football, but sometimes you wonder, you know, are we strong enough, are we big enough and brave enough to mix it with the teams that are a bit more physical than ourselves, and we're sure we can. You know, we're sure we had a lot of bottle, if you like, and bottle by, I mean, not just tackling people and that, but being able to pass a ball in the circumstances we were playing. You know, and that's a bravery I'd like the players.
If we beat Sheffield United, you know, that's as good as anything that could happen in the season. At the end of the day, and then it just kick-started the season again.
Crowds increased as the fans realised Barnsley really could manage what had never been achieved before in the club's 110-year history. Only once has Barnsley captured national headlines before, when they won the FA Cup in 1912. Then they were a second division side, but the dream of joining football's elite has long sustained everyone at Oakwell.
I'd like to say this, I'd die a happy man if this club got in the First Division for the first time in its history. I'd die a happy man.
Gordon Pallister speaking in 1982. He and Johnny Steele on the left both played in the team that achieved promotion from the 3rd Division North just before the Second World War. They've served the club for almost 100 years between them. Now, both aged 80, they still attend every home game and reminisce about their playing days.
It was a very good side.
Yes.
Mind you, there was a few Scotsmen in it, you see that?
You're biased, aren't you?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yes, it's
No, it was, I think hadn't war broke out, I think we'd have gone up another division. We were unlucky there.
You think
After the war, Pallister became captain and then a director for more than 30 years. Steele was team manager in the 60s. He too later joined the board. Both are desperate for Barnsley to succeed.
We've played good football here. Teamwork's been very good, hasn't it? So, keeping our fingers crossed for today that we get where we ought to be.
I'd say the present team, it's well balanced. And I think Wilson has done a great job because he's got them playing football the way it should be played.
I mean, I've lived through it all my life, I suppose, 50 years or more, and I still can't believe it. I think I'll wake up in a moment. I mean, it was obviously an impossible dream, the First Division, as it used to be in those days. Now the Premier League's an even bigger prize, isn't it, nowadays? Because there's such a demarcation line nowadays between the top and the bottom. And Barnsley have always been regarded wrongly, actually, as the bottom of the bottom, if you like, you know. And they've been a proud club with great traditions and friendly traditions, and it's just nice to see them here in this position and have got there the right way, played good football, they've not kicked their way there, and remained this sort of nice, friendly, open block that they are.
Do you think it's like watching Brazil?
It is, yeah. When they score, once they start scoring, yes.
So I won't say that, but it's a good tune for us, isn't it? Gets us going, gets team going, doesn't it? That's all we need.
This is a very, very, very special day today, and I hope at 4:45 that we're all smiling and we've got the right result.
It will prove that there's always room for the underdog. It will also prove that there's still romance in this great game, which some of us have thought had disappeared forever. And it's made me a very happy man indeed.
A win against Bradford City would confirm Barnsley's place in football's top flight for the first time in their history. A poignant moment for the current chairman, whose father was also chairman before him in the 1970s, a time when the club was going through lean times.
Yeah, the old devil will be looking down on us or looking up probably, and he'll have a smile on his face and he'll be hoping it goes well for us, sure.
As the match begins, the tension is tangible. Barnsley may stand on the threshold of history, but opponents Bradford City are fighting for their First Division lives, and defeat for them would bring relegation a step closer. But Danny Wilson was telling his players to relax.
Try and enjoy it. You know, it was important. I mean, these days don't come along too often, and I think it's important they don't let them pass you by. You know, it happens so quickly. It's important that you can remember things, you can try and enjoy, you can lay in bed at night and remember that good pass you had or the good shot or whatever it may be that turns you on. That type of thing, and it was important that they didn't let him pass them by and didn't forget about it. And in doing that, if I felt that they could enjoy themselves, they would have played well, you know, and that was the most important thing.
But as the game unfolded, Barnsley did not have things all their own way.
And Murray was proving quite effective in that central midfield role. Down the line from Blake, Liebird with a chance to cross, does that, should have been a goal. Edinho might be one for Newell, blocked. And it was Mike Newell who got onto the end of the cross from Richard Liebird when it was missed by others, but it just didn't fall kindly between Newell and Edinho. Can Barnsley find a way through the maze? Well, Henry's got a cross in, Wilkinson's got a header in, and the ball is in the net. Jubilation at Oakwell, and what a time to score your first goal for so long. Paul Wilkinson, only one in the last 23 matches, has got the one that counts. He kisses the red shirt, and it was his old pal from Middlesbrough days, John Henry, who somehow contrived the cross. The glancing header from Wilkinson just had the power to beat Aidan Davison, and it's Barnsley 1, Bradford City 0. And they're singing their songs about going up again.
And I felt there we went 1-0 up, and I thought, well, don't get carried away. You know, a footballer's got a great knack of kicking you right where it hurts. You know, and I thought, well, you know, just remain calm and try and keep the lads calm and don't get carried away with the situation.
What a lift they'd have if they got a second goal, and Redfern will go for goal, and it whistles through. Wilkinson's in, and Davison certainly makes up for any previous errors by saving with his legs. What a chance that was. Now it's Bullock, and he'll drive forward with two on his right, and Bullock, skillful, tees it up. Redfern lashes in the shot, well saved, Hendry, and an equally good save the second time around by Davison, and now Eden off the upright. Well, this is quite astonishing.
Could have had maybe 3 or 4. You know, the keeper made some blinding saves. We hit the woodwork a couple of times, and they did ride the luck a bit. But like I say, you know, second half, Bradford came out fighting and that, and they hit the woodwork a couple of times, so it got a bit tense.
That's neat, and here's Pepper. And there were 3 there. Sungot's here. Oh, it couldn't have been closer.
When Sungot come on, he had a shot. I mean, I don't know how it missed. I honestly felt it was in, and certainly my stomach was in my throat for a few split seconds.
Oh, Edinho was clever there. He was strong too. He'll get onto the area. Sungot's in there with him. It's Sungot! Amazing! Off the upright. And Bjorn Sungot has had 2 chances in this half and can count himself unlucky on both.
If anybody ever smiled on us, I think that was the moment. Then, you know, I think we may have had some divine intervention then, I think, because I don't know how Sungot missed it. He's gone through. It's a great ball in. Davies not managed to get a hand to it as it come across the goal, and the goal's wide open for him. The ball, in all honesty, came at a decent pace, but I think that if he threw himself at the ball 9 times out of 10 now, he'd go in the net. You know, it was just unbelievable.
And Edinho again, slipping it for Liburd, and again it looked as though he'd run it over, and it's just put wide by Sungot, who had a scoring opportunity for the 3rd time since he's come on.
We just couldn't get a grip of the ball, you know. We were sort of, you know, we weren't holding up front, we weren't supporting properly from midfield, you know, and it was like it was going away from us. But we've been in situations on and off like that all season, you know, to be fair, and we just roll the sleeves up and we stick in there together. And we're always capable of scoring goals because we've 4 or 5 people that can score goals.
And Redfern was in there, in the thick of things as always. Sheridan's pass intercepted. Merritt and Marcel got in there. On he goes. Here's Redfern now. He's got no support, so he'll have to turn and feed it for Marcel. Now then, Clint Marcel goes for the glory and gets it! That surely is the goal that takes Barnsley into the Premier League for the first time in their history. Wonderful, wonderful scenes at Oakwell. They've never been this high in over a century. And Clint Marcel, one of Danny Wilson's summer signings, has surely scored the goal that guarantees that the likes of Manchester United and Liverpool and Leeds and Sheffield Wednesday will be coming here next season.
In all honesty, I must say I was thinking about where I'm going to have a pint. I think really because, I mean, these moments don't come along too often in your career, and I think it's important that you enjoy them. I'm not even at this moment in time thinking about the Premier League.
Actually, when the goal went in, I think the game went on for about 4 or 5 minutes longer, and the lads were just looking at one another and grinning, you know, because we knew what was going to happen, you know. And but obviously, you've just got to keep going till the final whistle.
Barnsley will play in the Premier League next season.
Out there, it was a very, very emotional day, especially after the final whistle. I mean, it was very highly charged in that respect. I must have had a lump in my throat as well. I turned around and I saw my wife, you know, and the kids in floods of tears, and the relief on their faces was absolutely fantastic from my point of view.
As the celebrations continued at Oakwell, the party was just beginning in Barnsley town centre.
Everybody's knocked us. At the start of the season, they said we weren't favourites to go down.
Tell them, Arsenal boys, we're here. We're going to stay there.
I don't imagine that anybody will have us favourites for the Championship next season, but you know it's been fairly well like that for the last 15 years in the old second division and the first division. So it's going to be difficult, but we'll stick to our principles. We do what we've done. We'll work hard, and hopefully things will go well next season.
We're going to go there and we're going to try and do ourselves justice. I mean, at the end of the day, we're professionals. You know, yeah, we are going to try and enjoy it, but you only enjoy things when you're winning.
It's brilliant. It's just nothing short of phenomenal what's happened at this football club, and it's a fairy tale, and he deserves all the credit, him and his backroom staff.
Always had ambitions to do this, and it's a dream, but dreams can come true. And I tell you what, at the bottom end of it as well, is there's a lot of clubs, your Doncasters, your Rotherhams, your Rochdales of this world. We've been there. There's no reason why they can't get there as well. And I think it's great for all the smaller clubs, or so-called, but we're not small anymore at Barnsley. We're Premiership, and we deserve it.
60 years since I came to Barnsley, this is the happiest day to see this happen. I've never seen scenes like that.